Hello, guys, and welcome down to the CoasterGen Show. This is season 1, and it's the finale. This is the end of season 1. We'll be back in October. But what that means, basically, I'll just tell you guys dead quick at the top of the podcast, is that I'm going to be uploading all of the previous episodes of season 1 onto Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, anywhere basically you get your podcast from. So yeah, look forward to that. You'll have a full library, probably about 30, maybe 30 podcasts, I think there are.
There's a good few episodes to listen to, yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be awesome. So today I'm joined by Sean from ParkSpill, I'm joined by Joe from Theme Park Insanity, and I'm joined by James. Say hi, James.
Hi, James.
Hey.
So obviously today has been a very exciting day in Fantasyland as, Flight. Well, Jammy, if you're in the old chat, let's get Flight going. And if anybody has seen any POVs or any like off-ride of this ride, I haven't actually seen a POV yet. I've seen a lot of off-ride shots, and it looks incredible. This thing
I've
looks
not
like
actually seen any shots.
this thing looks like
you're missing out.
it looks like one of the levels on Galactica's VR. Like that's kind of what it looks like. It looks really cool. It looks like someone's just got a game island and just gone, yep, there you go. Put a coaster around it. It's so cool, man. It looks awesome. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of Fly?
Theming looks incredible. It really does. The coaster itself looks pretty sort of forceful, to be honest. And the near misses on it as well look absolutely insane. I mean, they're literally getting inches between, the bottom of your feet and whatever theming's in the area. Just overall, it looks insane. It really does. I just hope to get out there next year. I really do, because I so want to get on that. And obviously Taron as well. So, yeah.
I think it looks wicked. Like I'm so happy it's open. I mean, it was only last week when we was all trying to guess when it was gonna properly open, and a few of us thought maybe like November, December time, and it's like soft opening now, so it's crazy. But yeah, it looks amazing. The area itself, Rockburg, just looks stunning. Like I watched just before we come live. I watched of someone's vlog that they did it from today, so them going like a first person point of view going through it.
Oh wow, for the queue line.
Yeah, for the queue line. Everything just looks so nice. It's like proper industrial, like steampunk. There's an element, I don't know if anyone's seen it, where as you're flying through, like actual like smoke just
it does,
like a
kind
engine
of low down.
Yeah, which looks really cool. And just the way it interacts again. I mean, personally, like I can't really tell what it's going to be like, because a bit like Taron, if you just saw it for the first time, it's a mess of track, isn't it? So it's hard to kind of follow. But just the area itself, and like Joe said, the near miss elements, it's going to have that kind of thing of Taron, that feeling of Taron where you got the near misses.
That's kind of what I said. I mean, that was my first impression, was the fact that this is what Taron would have looked like had it been a flying launch coaster.
That's it,
and just the way they've crammed that much track into such a tight footprint as well. It's just it always blows my mind.
It will feel like so much faster when you're closer to like elements and stuff, when
definitely
you're down and things. So I mean,
I'm just seeing the footage now. Wow,
that
looks amazing.
James, can you turn your mic down a tad, mate? Just a tad. Cheers.
The only kind of criticism I'm seeing is that people are kind of saying like the first launch looks a bit weak.
Yeah, you got to remember though, you're facing forward and you're lying down, so
you don't want it to be like,
no,
you're not looking for intimate launches here. Like it's meant to be. It looks like it gathers some speed. I'm not sure at what point in the track, but it gathers some speed. But that first one, it's like Icon. It's just to get it.
It's get it going round. Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's
absolutely
all it's there for. So I think a lot of people need to get this thing out of their head that if it's like LSMs, it's automatically,
crap.
You're meant to launch you out. I think we're starting to see it where they just want to get rid of lift. Do you know what I mean? So.
No. I think lift hills are on the way out. I really do. The modern coaster is they like to go backwards and forwards as well, like icebreakers layout as well, for example. And you've got all these new boomerang coasters that are being made, especially it looks like that Intamin doing that as well with the Raptor track that they've kind of got going on. But one thing I want to say,
I thought Fly was all going to be in like completely indoors, but
no, it's like
I'm not sure how much of it is outside and indoors, because it seems to go in quite a lot.
It seems. I think it might just go like kind of covering and instead of being in.
I think it might go like around the outside sort of thing, a bit like how Winya there.
Oh, yeah, that theming is just
something else,
like,
isn't it?
Crazy.
It's an entire area, and they've done just super fine details everywhere.
Yeah,
it
looks
why
mad.
Rather than like
Land,
kind of Thorpe and Towers where they just go, okay, we've got this big area. We're gonna concentrate on theming this one little section of it, and then
big Bob.
Don't look
There you
over
go.
there.
Right.
Don't look over there. Look at
Yes,
this
Joe.
part.
Yeah.
I mean, from like when I was looking at it, like I've got to say, like I know that
Like
I'll
the
prefer-
walls, they've purposely made the walls rusted.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
all like facades of shops as well. Like the
Yeah, they
walls,
do.
are, like
Well,
crazy.
they've got like a traditional sweet shop in there, which looks amazing. The restaurant they've got in there, it's like the menus on newspapers, you know, like this style.
Yeah.
So you walk in there and it proper feels like steampunky, like everyone's in this like.
It's got to go in with
room
massive
newspapers.
mustache and a
Yeah.
pipe. You fit right in.
That guy there.
Yeah, literally like like that.
This is what I got last time I was at Fantasia where it was like advertising the whole area.
Yeah.
Rookburg Gazette.
Wow. Look at that.
It's really cool.
That's awesome.
I love the way the badge kind of looks like a Bugatti or like a Rolls Royce, like kind of feel to it. Yeah. Like you want that on the front of your car. Like someone's gonna do that. An enthusiast is definitely gonna do that.
We'll definitely get tattooed on someone.
Yeah, definitely 100%. Well, and what I was going to say is, going quickly back to the launch. You know how it can jolt you out the station sometimes on Galactica. Like I wouldn't want that. Like, like even when you hit the brakes on Galactica as well, you you feel like it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want a boof acceleration out of that because it would proper do you in. Like,
yeah. I mean, it's basically being like an SNS shock tower. That's literally the same foot. You wouldn't want like facing it up as well.
Yeah, you wouldn't
like that. So it'd be a weird sensation just to be like boom.
It would be. What I like about it is that I think Fantasialand listened to our podcast because we were all like last week, we were like, I don't know when it's going to open, and maybe it opens next week, maybe it opens next month, 2 months, next year, whatever. And literally, like the day of the CoasterGen show, a week later,
it's open.
Go ahead, go and ride fly.
Oh, wait, no, you can't. You're in England. Never mind.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I like the locker system that they have as well.
Yeah, I got a locker system.
The way you go through the entire queue. And then it is an actual locker where you scan a key.
Oh, nice.
Put your bags away rather than it just being on the station.
Nice.
I think for Fantasialand, it's
really cool.
little touches like that just add to that experience. And for me, it kind of seems like, they've really kept how they've sort of done previous attractions and areas in mind when they have designed that, because it does seem to follow that sort of level of quality detail and overall sort of experience. That's kind of how it does come across.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they got it right with Taron, and I think they've just used that as the model now for like its own brand new area surrounded by it, and the coaster is the main attraction of that area. I think that is how they're going to go forward. I think they did it with Chapas as well, though. Like, what was there
Chapas
before?
is the same.
Yeah. So it's like Chapas area, Taron area, Fly area. So it's kind of like, exactly.
Zone area. It's that, and that's it, because they've got a small footprint. They're just trying to do a lot in a very small footprint.
I agree.
And it's just every time they do it. I mean, I've got to say, I probably will prefer Klugheim to Rookburg, just because like Klugheim is like more of my kind of style. Okay, is that nice glass there? So...
No, I was asked the question, so I was just showing it.
Yeah, but no, I think it's looking but it's still, I just think they're up in the game every single time. So
I wonder what they're going to do next.
I love that. It's not even properly open. What's what they're doing next?
Yeah.
More to the point, where are they going to build next? Because
I don't know.
Have they run out of room? Well, yeah, exactly.
They'll get rid of them lake. They've got that lake part where they have the boats going around. I think they'll that's probably the first to go. And then they have Woozy Town, which is all their little kid. But it still looks pretty good, but it feels like stepping in a different part, like a different park altogether when you go into that old area where they originated from.
Yeah.
I think now that's just behind Rookburg.
They'll bring that up to speed now, right?
Yeah, I think they'll make a new like kids area, most likely. But when with maybe like a junior coaster again, I don't think I'd be amazed if they go for like quite a big extreme coaster again for the next one. I think they'll focus on like maybe the family market next. But saying that, like Rake is a great like junior coaster.
I really want to ride that. Like it looks really, and not for the ride itself, but for the experience of the theming, like of where it goes.
You're going past Taron. Like
yeah.
Basically, it's in the same.
I've seen one POV where it kind of goes at the same time, kind of duels.
Yeah.
And I bet off ride that looks insane, man.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's cool, like cool theme, and it seems like a time machine. So it's about like going backwards and forwards in time, which is quite cool.
That's smart. That's perfect really cool. For a boomerang coaster. Yeah. That is literally like the best theme for it. But anyway, guys, speaking of what's next, let's have a look at what Silverwood Theme Park are building. Stunt Plane, it's called. I do have a video, so if you guys want to just watch this on the stream, I'm going to play it now.
Before the roller coasters and water slides dominated the skies of Silverwood, there was a train, a small village, and planes.
Lots of planes.
As visitors sat on the Main Street lawn, they would watch vintage airplanes loop through the air and perform death-defying maneuvers at breakneck speeds.
I've not seen this one yet.
For 8 years, Silverwood was the only theme park in the world to feature daily air shows for its guests. However, due to some close calls and a tragic air show crash in Spokane, we decided to ground the Silverwood
You guys
Air
are just
Show
talking
in
over the audio.
1996.
Because you don't know it's on.
But in 2021, the spirit of those shows will return in the form of a new stunt plane themed roller coaster. Jump into the cockpit of a Pitts Special biplane as this single rail coaster climbs over 105 feet into the sky and dives towards the earth below.
They did it again. They made a roundup.
Experience hairpin turns, aerobatic maneuvers, and 3 inversions as the coaster speeds through heart-stopping obstacles before returning back to the hangar. Get ready to hold on tight and take flight on Stunt Pilot, opening summer 2021.
What's that end shot from Microsoft Flight Simulator?
I mean, it probably was, James, to be fair. Yeah.
Before the roller coasters and water slides...
No. Don't need to play again. No, we did it.
Kind of looks like it.
Did a professional transition and then I ruined it by it playing again. Thanks for that. But yeah, there we go. So, Stunt Pilot looks really cool. And it's a small park. Like, if you look at the park itself, it's not very big. They don't have many massive rides. So... like we were talking about in the UK, who would get an RMC first, who would get the Raptor track first, and all that. And I can probably say like Flamingo Land would probably get it. I think first. Now, where they probably should go first would be Lightwater Valley.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't have anything.
That part needs a whole overhaul. It really does. It needs the right buyers. It needs a complete overhaul, and it needs a brand new future. Because it is just an absolute state at the moment. Yeah,
and I mean, to put an RMC at Thorpe Park would be fantastic. Don't get me wrong, like that would be incredible. Even at Alton Towers in this new car park bit would be awesome. But for somewhere like Lightwater Valley,
I'd laugh so much if everyone's been memeing like Thorpe needs an RMC, and
oh yeah, single rail
like what's the valley?
No, monks walk the ride.
Investing in the single rail, and everyone's like, "That's not what we meant."
We didn't mean RMC like that. No, none of this social distancing roller coaster. Let's get a proper one. Let's have a Steel Vengeance. Yeah, we would get something like that. That's why I think it would work perfectly at like Flamingo Land or Lightwater Valley. It would bring people back to the park. Even like just throwing it out there, West Midlands Safari Park. Imagine if they got something like that. So because of the footprint,
how much are these?
They're not expensive. They're like 7 or 8 million, maybe even slightly more, probably slightly more.
So realistically, Flamingo Land could have bought an RMC then in that case, couldn't they? Very easily for the amount of money they spent on that new coaster.
Oh, the area that. What, the new coaster?
The new coaster they've got.
20 mil.
20
million. 20 mil?
Second hand, bro.
Well, they could have got...
They got it on Spock.
Exactly.
No. They got off of Wish.
I was going to say that.
So,
Let's just
when
hope.
you get the graphics card and it's just like
Yeah, and-
$5,000.
The original photo
that's
had a
disappointing.
thong on the train, and that's why they got it from Wish.
That's a
Wish is
whole
so
load of
strange,
ass.
man.
I refuse to believe that I paid 20 mil for that. They must have
No.
got kind of discount.
Well, you've got to think though, they
Is
had to
that
have
20
it
mil
delivered though,
including the entire area as well.
including delivery. Yeah, Amazon Prime next day
And
delivery from Brazil.
installation and everything else. I would imagine it'll be an overall
Yeah.
cost, not the actual cost of the ride. So
I just think that's like so much for like.
But you've got to think though, it's delivery, so the steel's already been delivered once to Brazil from Intamin. Now it's got to be.
Yeah.
So the footers went in Brazil. Is it Hoppy Harry? Is that how we call it? Is that what we're calling it?
Hopi Hari, yeah.
Hoppy Harry,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
Hoppy Harry. It's a
Hoppy
bouncy
Harry.
park. Yeah, so it's been delivered there. The footers have gone in. Some of the track has gone in. They've taken it out. They've cancelled the construction. So they've taken all that stuff out. Then they've had to basically wrap it all back up, send it again, put it up, install it, put new footers into Flamingo Land. So
before they sent it off, they had to inspect it to make
I
sure it was still good
suppose,
to use.
yeah, I suppose, yeah. Before it must have got cleared before it could go off to Flamingo Land from Brazil.
So they could have like
Bought a new ride.
So Smiler
Exactly.
less money than what they paid for Colossus Point 2.
Yeah.
Like
But yeah, as Aaron says, paint's
mental.
expensive as well.
that.
And there is that.
Yeah, true. Guys, make sure you smash like. Let's have a thumbs up party on this podcast. This is the last one of the month, so let's get up to like 50, hopefully 50 likes. That'd be great. And make sure you share it around, guys, and make sure you subscribe to all the channels. Links in the video description. But yeah. Thank you very much for the super chat before. Ben, he says, hi Luke, James, Joe, Sean. James now has a webcam. Yes, he does. Aaron did a super sticker, so thank you very much for that. Really appreciate all the super chats and everything, guys. Really do.
Guys.
It's incredible. Thank you so much. A bit of news from my side. My Germany trip's been cancelled.
Oh, man.
Flights got cancelled today. And then the hotel was supposed to be staying in Chester, cancelled. So,
Oh my god.
yeah, that's like, it's chaos. Like, me and Danielle are like,
The Germany though,
yeah.
they
EasyJet.
cancelled them flights really early.
Yeah, they have, because it was October, late on October I was going.
Yeah, very late October. Most flights have only been cancelling like 2 or 3 days before they go.
Yeah, I know. So I don't know
Recently.
what. To be fair,
They know
I've seen
something that we
yeah,
don't.
I've seen it as a sign and gone like, let's go York for a weekend or something. Like York's awesome. Let's just go York.
Yeah, York will go on
Yeah.
lockdown.
York
next.
is basically the UK's version of Bruges, anyway. So it's
Yeah,
it
I'd
really
agree.
is.
It's nice. I
Have
like
you been?
that.
Have you been to Bruges, Sean?
I've not been to Bruges. Joe's been to Bruges,
It's literally York.
but obviously it's pretty famous, like architecture style. But I know
Yeah.
what you're saying. Like in terms of like the way York is, it's such a lovely little place.
It's beautiful. I've never actually stayed there,
dungeons
so there are dungeons there. Joe knows a lot
Have you
about.
been to it?
No,
Yeah.
I've not been in them. I want to go through it with Joe though before I do it with anybody.
They're really
else.
good.
Yeah.
They're really, really, really good.
York Dungeon especially is extremely different to all the other dungeons because not only
That's
is
cool.
it right, but they rely heavily on obviously the actors, the experience that you have. Everything is just like ramped up tenfold.
Well,
So yeah,
there's
make sure you let me know when you're going over.
a lot of Viking stuff in there.
There is
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
The Dick Turpin bit, won't spoil it, but Dick Turpin bit is really cool.
very, very cool.
Awesome. Is there an extremis in it? Is there a drop ride in it?
Unfortunately, not no rides.
Boat ride?
Damn it.
Few and far between. So many of them used to have rides. I think what is
No,
it?
James, I don't have a
Amsterdam
ride.
used to have a little coaster in it.
It did, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
It's insane.
Really?
Like, when I did it, it didn't have it anymore. But yeah, it used to have a coaster inside it.
Yep.
I've done all
All
the
themed-
dungeons in the UK now. Edinburgh is the best. Okay, cool.
Edinburgh's pretty good.
To be honest-
I've not been there in a while. I do prefer York, but
Hmm.
Edinburgh is really good, and it is actually like it seems like you're in actual dungeons rather than when you're meant to be in dungeons and you're just like in a kind of a big old listed building. You're like,
Yeah.
"You're not
Yeah.
in dungeons."
Wait,
With
wait,
Edinburgh, you actually
so that's where
understand.
Behemoth got the Mac Megalite from.
Yeah, it must be. Yes, that's why.
Being
Well,
in the dungeons.
yeah. Behemoth, one of our followers, thought there was a Mac Megalite inside the Alton Towers dungeons, so that must be why he got
Yeah,
that. That's hilarious.
It was a Mackie motion coaster, so it's
there
pretty,
you go. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Jamie said in the chat, I've just gone back up. He says the first launch is also already halfway up the entire height of the coaster for Fly, so it's already like
Wow.
halfway up. That's
Goodness
mental.
me. Yeah,
That
because it
must
kind of
just-
sort of does that and then goes up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's mad.
I saw a shot as well of like what they look like going in the station, and it is so bizarre to see the form where the seats are like that.
Yeah.
Facing,
Yeah.
obviously, and then going along. It looks so bizarre, but it looks really interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, Fly is technically it's a prototype, isn't it? It's the first of its kind to be built. So it's a flying launch coaster, which looks insane. It really does.
Mad,
But
man.
Did you guys see the prototype what Vekoma made just to test out the mechanism of how they load people into the station?
No.
I saw the
No.
diagram for it. I didn't see
Yeah.
any footage of it though.
There was because I found the Vekoma footage from the testing, and they just built just a circuit just to test out that mechanism. So it's going to be so good because most people hate what they hate about flying coasters is the position you have to be held in on like the brake run or going up the lift hill. A lot of people find that really like uncomfortable. So with this way, it's just like you're not having to like face that until you're like pretty much on your way. So I think it's gonna change people's opinions of like
because I know that the seats were able to twist like that. And
yeah,
then,
so in the station,
doesn't it bank the track and then just twist the seat
yeah,
down like
so
that?
it's like that's the station platform. That's you going across, a bit like how you see like Forbidden Journey. You know, like how
and then the track unbanks and then you just rotate
as it turns around. It's just seamless. Seamless. It doesn't even
because I've seen that and I thought it might have been like because like in my head because I didn't actually properly know what Fly was gonna be.
Yeah,
was like if it was an indoor kind of coaster, they can use that as you're going past like screens and like.
Hopefully they have. Hopefully,
so you can have little bits of story in there, and you're literally going past it as if it.
And
was
that makes sense,
movie screen.
But if Fly doesn't do that, they've got the technology to do that now with Vekoma, so we could have a really cool like dark ride / flying coaster type of.
So like you're going past this screen, they can have the projector following you essentially, so it stays stable in front of you.
Isn't that
and
like
then
what Gringotts
towards
does?
the end of it, you just kind of twist and then launch off out of the. Just be seamless. That'd be so cool.
Isn't that similar to what Gringotts does when it turns to the screen?
Like, it's no, that's Forbidden Journey is like the robot arms, and then they have the dome. Things.
Yeah, sorry.
But that's literally like not even a coaster. It's just like robot arms that just swing you around like that.
Yeah.
So good though.
Didn't know that.
Really, it is. Like watch. There's a good video that I'll send you guys that explains the whole thing, how it works.
I always kind of wondered how that actually did work. To be honest, you can sort of sell it.
You know the same arms that they're on of our clients, KUKA are like where I do all their videos for the UK.
Oh wow.
And they make a lot of, like a BMW, when you see the arms like automated, like doing that, literally the exact same robot, just way bigger.
Yeah.
Then with a kind of seats restraints.
I think I've seen something like that. IAPA.
Yeah, so like independent companies have robot arms with literally just one seat attached to it.
Yeah.
It looks so fun.
It's the Robo Coaster, same KUKA robot.
It looks so
it's literally
fun.
the same, but it's the way that they're programmed that makes a difference.
Yeah.
So
because the ones that I've seen that they do at IAPA, it's literally just it whips you
like
upside down, just
literally.
like a ragdoll.
Cool. Wasn't Tower supposed to get something like that for flat rides?
There were at some point, some point down the line.
It reminds me of I don't know whether they still have it, but at Science Museum in London, they had the flight simulators.
Oh yes,
where you can they actually replaced it. It used to be one giant one with two small ones, which is 2 seats each.
You still go upside down in it, don't you?
You fly it yourself, and you can go upside down.
Oh wow!
But it has to park at the end of your thing. So I somehow got it perfectly. So I was like facing away from where it was meant to park. I wasn't quite upside down, but I was banked. So I whipped over the top while doing a 360 and then came back down. And I was just like, where the hell am I going?
The head's just like everywhere.